Hey everybody, happy Wednesday, and thanks so much for joining us here on 9 News Plus. I am meteorologist Chris Bianchi with the detailed look at your Colorado weather forecast, and the takeaways for today: not as hot, which is a relative term considering how hot it has been for us here along the Front Range and throughout the state of Colorado. We do have some storms mainly to the south of Denver, but I think in town we're going to stay dry today. But the heat, the kind of stupid heat that we've had the last few weeks, that returns for your day tomorrow with temperatures that'll be at or near maybe not quite 100 degrees, but pretty close to it. I'll show you those forecast highs here in just a second. Meantime, looking out at Lookout Mountain right now, a lot of cloud cover. And folks, if you don't want storms, those clouds are your friends, as we're going to be talking about a fair bit in the way of a stable air mass for us over the Front Range, thanks to that cloud cover that will limit those chances for showers and storms in town for today. Palmer Divide on south, where we've got a bit more sunshine. That's where we're going to have the better chance for seeing some of that action later on this afternoon. Now, it's also a tad cooler today. Had a weak cold front drop its way on through this morning. That'll keep our temperatures, again, when I'm saying cooler, we're still above average for this time of year, but it's not going to be as brutal as it was yesterday. We got up to 97 yesterday. That's about 10 degrees above the average for this time of year. But that break from that heat, it lasts exactly one day, 24 hours, with that intense heat returning for both tomorrow and your Friday, and storms return later this week, especially Friday and the weekend. Now, about those temperatures, already up to 84 degrees for us here in Denver, despite a fair bit of that cloud cover. Already up to 90 in the southeastern corner of the state. That's where we've got a bit more sunshine at this hour. But the mountains, Kremling at 59, that sounds pretty nice to me right now. And Leadville at 10,000 feet, you are at 67 degrees. Those temperatures in the mountains, pretty nice. I wouldn't say quite fall-like, but feeling a bit better than where it has been. Do have a few showers and storms starting to pop on up over the San Juans, and those will try and drift east into the San Luis Valley, I should say, as we head over the next hour or two. Meantime, Denver Front Range again behind that front, fair bit of cloud cover right now, and that will limit those storm chances over the immediate Front Range. But again, Palmer Divide, we'll call it Castle Rock and Kiowa on south. That's where you get the best chance at seeing those storms later on this afternoon. And this evening could see a few southern foothill storms as well. So maybe places like Ken Carroll on south into kind of the southern tip of Jeffco. That's where you could see, again, maybe one or two storms develop. Certainly on up into Park County and South Park. You'll have a chance at seeing some storms up that way as well. But again, Denver, generally speaking, I-70 on north will stay dry for this afternoon and this evening. Then those showers and storms mainly clustered from Highway 50 on south later on this evening for us, about 10, 11 o'clock on or so. And then we'll clear those storms on out overnight before a few more storms develop tomorrow afternoon. Same spots, give or take. Okay, closer look in here at the Denver area, as I mentioned. Your rough cutoff point will be kind of, we'll call it C470. South of C470, you'll have a chance for some storms. North of C470, maybe a 10% chance at a storm this afternoon and this evening. Again, that cloud cover is keeping us just a bit too stable in the atmosphere right now for any significant storms to develop. And that cloud cover stays with us for tonight. So again, if you're looking for some breaks in that cloud cover, I don't think we're going to see a ton of breaks in that cloud cover, but we should see enough in terms of those warmer temperatures that we will get up to our 41st day at 90 or above. And that means we are closing in on that 30-year average of 46 days at 90 or above here in the city of Denver. We're on pace here, folks, for about 60 90-degree days so on the year, which is way above average. That'd be a top 5 all-time most 90-degree days if we continue with the current trend. Now for today, hit or miss storms, especially south, as I mentioned, but it's partly cloudy with a high right around 90 degrees, winds on the light side. And we do also have an air quality alert that's in place until 4 o'clock this afternoon. So you might want to limit that time outdoors this afternoon. Avoid filling up on gas until 5 o'clock or later. Just some of those typical things that we think about with those air quality alerts. Again, probably don't want to be out for a walk around 1, 2 o'clock, especially if you are part of a sensitive breathing group. Again, definitely want to limit that time outdoors today. Closer looking at those temperatures, notice how southeast Colorado, Lamar near 100, Pueblo 94, Eads 94. These are the areas that will be looking at the best chance for some of those storms because of those warmer temperatures, and that is because of that elevated sunshine. We're going to have more sun in that part of the state, and that will keep those temperatures on the hot side and those storm chances on the high side as well. Around the metro area, most of us fairly comfortable for this time of year, especially with some of that cloud cover around. Shouldn't feel as bad today compared to yesterday, much of the rest of the week. High right around 90 again, with a fair bit of cloud cover filtering some of that. So it's kind of a cooler 90, so to speak. So again, not all that bad, at least for my standards. Meantime, tonight, temperatures dropping back into the mid-60s. Early storms south of Denver, but again, anything that we do see along the Palmer Divide should be done by 7, 8 o'clock at latest. Sunset at 8:10 p.m. Fun fact, or maybe not so fun, a week from tomorrow, August the 11th, will be the last 8 p.m. or later sunset of the year. So starting to probably notice those slightly earlier sunrises at this point of the summer. I saw a tweet yesterday I thought was pretty accurate that says that August is the Sunday, so to speak, of summer. It's the tail end of it, and again, at least those temperatures not reflecting that, but you can certainly notice it with some of those earlier sunsets. Now, tomorrow, 95 degrees for us here into Denver. Isolated storms, I think it's going to be mainly the same areas that we talked about for today. So Palmer Divide, southeast Colorado will have the best chance at seeing some of those storms. Denver on north, 10, maybe 20% chance at a storm. Maybe a slightly higher chance at a storm tomorrow compared to today here in Denver. But again, I think we mainly stay dry for your day tomorrow. And the real story for tomorrow, there's much warmer temperatures with highs up to 95. That's not too far away from our daily record of 98 that was set back in 1981. So we're going to be knocking on the door of that record. If we overperform just a tad, we'll either tie or break that record. An outside chance at getting our 5th 100-degree day so far this year here in Denver. A few spots and in the northeastern part of the state could be knocking on the door of 100 degrees. Greeley, Sterling at 97, Fort Collins at 94, and Pueblo at 96. Now, in terms of that forecast, showers and storms, as mentioned, for tomorrow, similar spots compared to today. Better chance into southern Colorado, Palmer Divide on south and east, with an elevated chance at seeing some of those showers and storms. Fairly low severe weather risk. We don't have a ton of wind shear accompanying these chances for severe storms, so that should keep those storms fairly well behaved for the most part, but flash flooding, frequent cloud ground lightning will be our main concerns for any storms that do end up developing for your day tomorrow and also for your day today. Now, if you're looking for storms, Friday we really do ramp up those storm chances compared to today and Thursday here in Denver, and then Saturday and Sunday those storms will be fairly widespread. The monsoon kicks back into gear for this weekend. That will drop back those temperatures a whole lot, with the temperatures only topping out in the 80s both days this weekend, and then we'll gradually warm back up early to mid next week with highs slowly climbing back up to about 90 degrees. But the heat is on, no doubt about it, for both Thursday and Friday, with temperatures at or near record levels both days this weekend. So definitely keep an eye on that, as we are going to be talking about those temperatures really on the hot side for both days this up over the next 2 days, and then much cooler weekend ahead. So hopefully it gives you a good idea about what to expect over the next little while. If not, don't worry. Meteorologist Lauren Robinson has an update coming up at 9 News at noon, and meteorologist Danielle Grant's in at 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10 on the 9 News family of networks. Stay cool out there. Again, even today, with that filtered sunshine, it's still going to be 90 degrees. So again, air quality alert in place, just usual hot weather precautions and air quality precautions. And then tomorrow and Friday, even hotter before a much cooler weekend and a much stormier weekend ahead. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Thanks for joining us here on 9 News Plus. I'm meteorologist Chris Bianchi, and again, have a great rest of your day.